Hello and welcome to Brodual. Today we're taking a look at the new Elder Scrolls Legends and its new expansion, The Heroes of Skyrim. Legends is a free-to-play collectible card game based on the lore of the Elder Scrolls series. As most of you are fans of at least Skyrim, I'm sure some of you are familiar with it. We've been playing it for a while, and since we were invited to check out the latest expansion, we thought now was the best time to make a video. Legends features many of the typical strategy card game mechanics, but also a few of its own unique features to make it stand out from the rest. If you've ever played a strategy card game, you'll be more than familiar with the basic rules. Each player takes turns to draw cards and then play them on the field. Cards typically come with a magic cost, health and attack points. They can also come with special keywords and other effects to take advantage of. However, there's also other types of cards in the form of spells and actions that you can use to your advantage. Each turn both players gain at least one magicka, so as the game progresses you can summon more and more powerful cards. One of Legends' more unique features is its laning system. This breaks the game board into two distinct lanes, each one separate from the other. During your turn you can summon cards to either one, but typically they can only interact with other cards in their lane. Each lane will also have its own set of field rules, which will be a standard lane on the left and a shadow lane on the right. The shadow lane covers cards for one turn after they're played, protecting them from attacks. Certain cards will change the rules of the field at any point during a match, and during certain story missions the lanes can start off in completely unique states. Another one of its more unique features is its rune system. This offers a potential comeback mechanic where the losing player can turn the tides of a battle. For every 5 increments of health below 30 there's a rune, which once broken will let you draw a card. Interestingly, if the card you happen to draw has a prophecy keyword, you can instantly play it at no cost during the opponent's turn, which might completely foil their plan of attack. And of course, all of this is in the glorious setting of the Elder Scrolls universe. So you'll see all of the familiar faces, factions and locations featured in the cards. How the cards play also reflects their roles in the Elder Scrolls universe, which you'll see in just a second. The story mode is lengthy and fantastic for introducing players to the game, even if you've never touched a card game in your life. You'll learn how to play the game by making key decisions on your quest, just like you would in a mainline Elder Scrolls game. And that's where the Heroes of Skyrim expansion comes in. Released just yesterday, the free expansion adds over 150 entirely new cards to the game, all based around the world of Skyrim. Up until this point, the cards had mostly been generic, rarely featuring any specific characters from Skyrim. But now you can take advantage of the Dragon Crisis or the ongoing Civil War. You can call upon your allies from Skyrim to assist you once more, including Lydia, Bolgraf the Greater and a dozen other iconic characters. There's a whole host of new dragon cards, once again featuring iconic characters like Alduin, Pathurnax and more. All 150 cards make some sort of reference to Skyrim, whether it's the Giants, Stormcloaks, Barbass being annoying as ever, or a collection of the new Shout cards. As I said, how these cards play depends a lot on their role in Skyrim. Lydia, for example, comes with the keyword guard, meaning she'll protect other cards around her from incoming attacks. However, since she's unique, she also has the ability to guard both lanes at once, usually an impossible task. So just like in Skyrim, she'll have your back no matter what. Alduin, the World Eater, will destroy everything on the field when he's summoned. He'll also call upon his dragon allies once per turn, overwhelming your opponent in the late game. There's other smaller jokes and references that actually play a great strategic role. For example, a favourite of ours is the Prize Chicken, which once defeated will summon a horde of angry villagers to fill the lane. And anyone who's visited Riverwood will be more than familiar with that. You can now also call upon the aid of the Stormcloaks or the Imperial Legion. Or perhaps you turn to Pathurnax, the Greybeards and your ability to shout. Combine word walls and the teachings of the Greybeards to upgrade the shouts in your hand. Then you can fuss rodar your opponent's card back into their hands. Or blast them with a Flame Breath, dealing heavy damage. All of these references are assisted by some great voice acting and fantastic artwork. If you're at all nostalgic for the Elder Scrolls, or even potentially Skyrim itself given that it's several years old, then the Elder Scrolls Legends is a great way to jump back into Tamriel, and now Skyrim. I've been playing almost daily and you can find us there under the name Brodual. To get started today you just need to click the link in the description down below. The new Heroes of Skyrim expansion is completely free and the new cards can be found in a selection of new packs on the store. You can also buy pre-built decks using the free in-game currency. Another great way to play and earn new cards is to run through the solo arena. This lets you craft an entirely new deck using cards you don't own, which you can then use and continue to build on as you face 9 AI opponents. Each match will have its own set of rules depending on the opponent. If you battle a hardy Nord, he might start with 35 health instead of 30. If you go against a stealthy Khajiit, he might transform both lanes into shadow lanes, putting an interesting spin on each battle. And in the end, depending on how well you did, you can get a bunch of packs or other rewards. The game is genuinely worth a go. Between us we have a couple of dozen hours of play. So once again, if you're interested you can find a link in the description down below. We'd like to thank the Elder Scrolls Legends for inviting us to try out the expansion and for sponsoring this video. We'll have another mod spotlight up in a few days, and as always, thanks for watching.